All right, February paintball marker collection tour. There have been some changes. So obviously we picked up this DM6. I've got some videos coming about that soon. I did a whole bunch of work, a lot of O-ring changes, rebuilt the rag, the low pressure rag. I replaced the high pressure rag because it had a CP rag that I didn't like. So I just threw an extra rag on there. I think it's good. I can't get any paint to shoot through any of my markers currently because I think I bought paint that is just horrible. Literally nonstop barrel breaks. I can't even get it to chrono because I can't get a ball out the barrel out of anything. Next, Ego 8 is still here. It is still disassembled. It's been disassembled since October. I can't find the parts I need. I'm about to put it back together before I lose something. I did manage to find one of these, but I need QEV diaphragms and a couple other little things, basically to rebuild the QEV block. I can't find a working QEV block anywhere. This build is mostly finished. I know I posted a couple videos about that. I have a third one coming for it. It's a 2K5 Black Magic mid-block, factory mid-block. E1, bell sails, LPR, Eclipse RAM, and the stock solenoid. We've picked up a solenoid leak, which sucks because now I can't really use this. And then same thing, trying to get this chronoed, get it dialed in. I couldn't get it to actually shoot anything. It was nonstop barrel breaks with both guns I've recently rebuilt. But from what I could tell from the couple shots that came out, it wasn't bad. The solenoid leak is annoying because I know they're hard to find. I picked this up about a week ago, and this is a Tippmann X7. I've never actually owned a Tippmann marker in my entire life. The Milsim stuff has never appealed to me. I always thought that was kind of corny. No offense to anyone who likes it. Like, you like what you like. Don't let me be a hater. But to me, never really was what I was into. I like paintball as its own sport, not so much as a Milsim kind of thing, or its own game, I guess. So I am kind of curious about this. It obviously is in not the best condition, but it came with two other things that I picked up. And I think this was basically the A5 for electronic, if I'm remembering right. I don't really know. But I'm pretty sure these are relatively rare. This also came with that lot, or with that X7. So this is a 2K3 Pro Stock. It has brass pneumatics, and it had an old WGP LPR. This one here. This LPR it has no pressure adjustment for one, but it seems like it needs to be rebuilt. Same thing with this reg that has no adjustment, also was not cooperating. So I threw an extra reg on it, and I put the bell sails LPR on it, and then we blew out the three-way O-rings because they were pretty old. So I need to get a rebuild kit for that and retime it and everything. I have started some videos about this, but we haven't made it very far. I'm basically just going to get it working and probably put it up for sale, or it may end up with my CCM pump kit. Which, speaking of that, I briefly put that onto this body, and I had a whole build done, and I did a video series about it, and then decided I'm not really into playing pump anymore, so I parted it out. I should have filmed this video before that, but if you want to pretend, you can pretend that there is a pump kit attached. And not to get into future project stuff too much, but again, mentioned this on the channel, so we'll keep it in the video. Brand new carnivore body. Kind of waiting on some other stuff to move before I get too into that. This was a really dumb one, but I'm trying to continue the streak of at least one cheap marker a week, or maybe I buy 4 at once and I make it last a month. But either way, this is a Spider Pilot. This was the first electronic gun I had, and I found this thing on Marketplace, and it happened to be local, and it also happened to be 60 bucks. I was like, you know what? I gotta have it. For that cheap, it's not a big deal. I don't think this has ever been shot, or if it has, it hasn't been many times, because even the ASA doesn't have much wear in it. I didn't have any feed necks, but some came with that autococker. So maybe we're going to make that work. We'll put a rotor in there or something. I don't know. It also didn't come with a charger, but I bought a charger on Amazon. So videos about this should be coming soon. It may turn into a spimmy build. I've always thought those were cool. And I know it'll bolt on. And I know I have enough spare parts to probably make it work. But that's a future thing. We still have the ECX. This needs a solenoid. Everyone is out of stock right now. It also needs a wiring harness. I'm going to wait. Maybe I can find both used at some point. That's kind of where I'm at with this. Like, it sucks because this is clean. And I think, like I said in the last video about this, ECX is my local, or was my local pro shop. It's literally like a mile and a half from my house. So kind of a cool thing here. And Iron Man still have it. I have not touched this. It also needs a wiring harness. At least a battery harness. It needs both regs rebuilt. Probably might as well just redo everything. That's a project for the future. This one may happen sooner than the ECX does, mostly because I prefer the alias frame. This is the M3 Plus. It's still here. I still like it. It's still for sale. This has become sort of my like super backup gun. Like, I can almost guarantee it's gonna work. So I bring it with me all the time. Just keep it charged. I never have issues with it. Now, this is the most expensive marker I think I've ever bought. This is an Adrenaline TM40 with, I think this, somebody called this Aurora. I don't think this is the traditional Aurora that I remember, but we got an Aurora TM40 complete with everything except the shot glass that these apparently came with. I didn't know that. I'm a little bummed about that part. But yeah, we've got the Freak XLs. Yeah, we've got everything for it. It came with a different barrel tip that I hadn't seen before. It's the ACP tip. Really interesting. I don't want to call it rifling, but machining there. Pretty cool. I'm a big fan of this. This is the most expensive gun I have ever bought. This is the Recon Ripper. I have a couple things coming for this that I kind of now regret. I basically bought the dress-up kit for the engine and then realized, like, wait, I have nothing to match that. So that was kind of dumb. But I do want to go through this, make some videos, do some tuning, because I've commented a lot of why I don't like this, but I've never actually, like, demonstrated why I don't like it. So we may have a video or two coming about that, but same thing. Like, I basically bring this for the barrel kit. Now, this is also in a VCOM case, but this is allegedly actually a Bob Long VCOM, I guess. This has the VIS engine. It does not have the same supercharged engine that my Ripper does. It shoots way better. I like the trigger. It looks cooler because it's splash anodized. I picked this up cheap. There is a video about this one coming. That actually may be posted before this, but there's content coming about this one. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I may play with it because I do like it. I love splash anodizing, and I like old Bob Long stuff, so this one feels like it should stay in the collection, but I'm like a used car salesman. Everything is always for sale. The OG, the Vice, still works. I have upgrades coming for this soon, and we may do a full teardown and rebuild on it, because even though it's been my like AK-47 where I don't take care of it and it works every time, I do want to give some love to this thing. I did put new grips on it, even though they don't actually line up. Last Legacy said these would fit, and then they didn't fit, and I didn't even look at the pictures to realize that there was no way they were going to fit. But I got the new low-pressure poppet. This still has the Eigenram. I'm curious how they're going to play together. And I need to get a new pillow bolt. I should have ordered that. I forgot that the pillow blew out at some point. But yeah, this thing still works every time. I think this made the cut last time. Shocker RSX. I posted all my videos about this one. It works now. It didn't work when I got it. It actually shoots half decent. I may play with that this weekend, maybe. One thing I did find interesting, I don't know if this comes with a Freak XL normally or regular Freak, but it has regular Freak inserts, but some of them were Freak XL inserts that were cut down. Like, not this one, but some of them said the Freak XL, and they had very obvious cut marks on them, and they fit into the standard Freak back. So I don't know what happened there, but yeah. And then we have this. This is probably the coolest thing and the first really new thing for the channel. It's, according to the comments, which thank everyone for correcting me, this is an 05 or 06 Angel Speed. ChatGPT told me it was an Angel LED, and the seller did not know what it was. I've shot this a little bit. It's pretty cool. I want to attempt to play with it, but I've done no maintenance on this. I have no spares for Angels. I don't even have an O-ring kit for it, so I'm not sure how well that's going to go, but I want to try. I had an A4 or an A1 fly, the Joy Division one, back in the day, and I really liked it. This thing shoots pretty well. The ASA has to go, but we can worry about that later. Then this, which we're almost to the end, but this is the Proto Reflex Rail. So this needs a board. This is on the back burner because it's not really worth anything. They're not worth a ton. It doesn't give me a ton of nostalgia, but this is one of like the composite frame. It's a composite ultralight frame on the Proto body. So this has no LPR and no like on-off switch like the DM series had. I guess that's how they nerfed the PMs at some point, or the Proto guns at some point. But yeah, the board is pretty much as the gun is worth, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. But I would like to fix it. This came in the lot with the DM6 and the Angel. And then this, I've also started some videos for, but this is a ANS GX1. This is the original Generation X cocker. It came with no ASA and no reg. I put an ASA on that I had and was testing with one of the regs I had. But same thing as the other autococker. The 3-way O-rings blew out. It needs to be gone through and fixed. It's got a benchmark frame. It still has all the ANS pneumatics. It's autographed by Steve Morris or Morrison, I can't remember, and Preston Elliott. They are the host of the Preston and Steve Show, which if you're from the Philadelphia area, you probably at least have heard who they are at some point. They've been a staple in Philadelphia mornings for pretty much my entire life. But yeah, this is kind of cool. It's pretty old. All the other GX1s I've seen have been left or right feed. I don't know if this is rarer because it's a vert feed, but either way, I would like to get this working. You can see how worn the ANS bolt is. I think that's a metal bolt, which like back then it sort of made sense. But yeah, I thought this was kind of cool. I want to get this one working. Just because it's an old school ANS thing. It also has this anus plug, which I'm not sure what that's for. But yeah, it's got the volumizer, banjo bolt, and stuff to try to reduce the pressure. Like this would have been, I guess, right, the top of, well, I guess no, the ANS stuff wasn't top of line. This was like sort of a mid-tier thing, right? Back in 1990 or 2000, whenever this would have been. 1994, 5? I don't know. But either way, that's the collection update for now. And as you can see, there will be plenty of content coming. So thank you for watching.